What's up, Vape Fam? Today we're taking a look at the new Dripbox. The Dripbox 160 from Kanger 160 watt successor to the original Dripbox. But before we do any comparisons, any of that stuff, we gotta take it up close for the breakdown to see what makes it vape. Alright guys, here we are up close with the Dripbox 160 from Kanger. This is the box it comes in. Bunch of information on the back. Color, what's included in the kit, cautions, things like that. Box is just a nice slide top box. Comes out like that. Inside you've got your main unit, and you've got a box of little extras. We'll slide this to the side. Right on the front it will tell you what is in the box. But we're going to open it up and take a look anyway. What we do. So inside, first of all, you've got your instructions. Gives you all the specifics on button presses, the temp control features, stuff like that, how it all assembles, so on and so forth. You have your scratch and sniff card, and you have a bunch of extras in this little tray here. You have a charger cable. You have an extra replacement coil, which is the old style deck. I don't know why. It is the old style. That was slightly disappointing. I would have liked to have had a second velocity deck, but hey, it's still a second deck. It's something you can vape on while you're building on the velocity deck if you want. A second bottle, this time with a cap. A nice little cap so you could fill your bottle up, pop the cap back in, and just have a second bottle ready to go just to slap into the bottom of the squonk, the bottom feed system. Nice little feature, adding the cap. I never even thought about it with the first one. You have your RBA stuff, and I'm going to go over what that little thing is there in a second. It comes with a second set of Claptons, which is really nice. Extra terminal screws, Allen key, so on and so forth. And a bag of cotton for wicking. So what this thing in here is, they call it a filter. I haven't really been using it. I don't really see the point. But this goes up inside the top cap here, I guess to filter out anything that comes in through the air hole slots, but I mean, I don't know what, I don't understand the point of it. I don't know why you need it. I guess for mouth to lungers, maybe it adds a little more restriction because there is a mouth to lung option on this now, and I'll show you that here. This little tiny hole in the side here, you can see it well. Trying to get a couple angles on it. There are little tiny holes on either side of the dripper, and you just spin the top cap to adjust the arms for the airflow control. And if you close off the side cyclops slots, you can open up these little mouth to lung holes. So it is mouth to lung friendly now, which is nice. It gives people more options. People who, you know, didn't. There hasn't been a whole lot coming out lately that was really good for mouth to lungers. So that I'm happy to see that feature added. You do have a velocity style deck. This is the original. This is how it comes with these Claptons in it. Pre-wicked, ready to go. The deck is removable just like on the last one and interchangeable with the little deck that I threw over here somewhere. This just screws into the actual deck itself. So you just grab the terminals, the posts, unscrew it from the bottom deck and screw the new one in. It is interchangeable with the original. You have this little magnetic flap door again. I haven't managed to knock this one off either, but I keep thinking I'm going to, but it's there. Bottle just slides out like so. I still have juice in mine, and then you just take the bottle, push it onto this plastic piece here that the bottle fits on. You see that? And push it up. That's it. Nice and easy. You just fill the bottle up, push it up in there. No problems, no worries. The battery door is a flip down battery door. Got these little textured grips right here. Just push a nail into it. It is actually, there is a spring on the hinge, so it will push itself open, so you don't have to pull on it. You just have to push that little tab down. Let me throw some batteries in here. It is clearly labeled here, positive, negative, so just make sure that is what it's facing up. So positive and negative, like so. Just push it closed, and now the unit is powering on. Kanger Tech. I've got it at 125 watts. It's a 0.3 ohm coil. There are a lot of little features, but I always do that in a second little video. The form factor is very, very close to the RX200. I mean, very close, as you can see. This is the original Kanger, single battery, much smaller, thinner at the very least. Not too different in terms of the actual mod height, just a little bit off, a little different. And the only other option between the drippers were the deck and the fact that the barrel does not have a mouth to lung. I believe the barrels are interchangeable. You know what, let me try this. They should be. Yeah, the barrels are interchangeable. So I guess if you wanted a different color, or you didn't want the mouth to lung holes for some reason, or if you had the original and you can find the barrel, you might be able to get a mouth to lung hole setup on it. Alright, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and I will go over all the little features. Alright, so the features. You've got your standard, well, I guess not standard, but you've got 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. Can I get it 5 times? It wasn't going fast enough. Comes to the Kanger Tech screen. It is in wattage mode right now. 3 clicks. We'll put it into temp control mode. Fahrenheit and nickel. Now you've got titanium, nickel. Just 3 clicks to scroll through the different options. And then back to wattage mode. Now, you also have holding plus and minus will invert the screen. So for righties, lefties, your preference. Holding the plus, minus, and power button will lock the up and down button, lock the wattage, lock the temperature, so that you aren't changing it when you accidentally hit it in your pocket. Make sure I got it. I did get it. It does have a, it will ask you if it is a new coil, so on and so forth. Other than that, there's not much else here. Temp control, lock, and screen inversion are about it. So that about wraps up the breakdown. So we will take it back up top and we will talk about it and we will vape on it a little bit. Alright guys, that was the up close and breakdown with the Dripbox 160 from Kanger Tech. Let's go over the pros and cons and do this right, okay? Con number 1. The second deck that it comes with is not a Velocity style deck, it is the old style deck. They are interchangeable, which is nice, don't get me wrong, because you could technically take this Velocity style deck and put it in the old one, but I wish it would have came with the second Velocity style deck, because it's a lot easier to build on, and it just makes for a much better deck. The coils come up just a hair, so they're closer to the airflow. So I really would have liked to have seen a second Velocity style deck in the box, but it's not a deal breaker. The battery life is a little bit short. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of real draw on them. It just doesn't seem like they're lasting the way they're supposed to. And there's this weird little delay. It's about a second. When I click the button, click, before it fires. And when you're going to pull on it, and you hit the button and you start inhaling, that first second is mostly air and then it just fires. So purging really helps a lot because it gives you that little, it gets rid of that second of air. It's weird, I don't know why, it's got that little almost second of ramp time, but it's there, it's present. Other than that, that's about it for the cons though. The form factor, really nice. Fits your hand almost exactly as well as the RX200. The only real difference between the two is this flatter front here that's kind of been, you know, flattened down. It is a little awkward if you're a finger presser when it comes to a button because you won't have any part of your hand really where you can hit the squonk. So you will have to kind of turn it around, squonk it, and then turn it back to hit it with your finger. But a lot of the time I just find myself adjusting and hitting it with my thumb instead. Like I said, the deck very improved. The fact that they added a mouth to lung feature on the barrel, that little hole there is mouth to lung. You just spin the top cap until just that hole is open. You can mouth to lung hit it. Really, really nice for mouth to lungers because there's not a lot coming out these days suited for them. So to have the option there is really, really nice. There's no real rattle, nothing's loose. Everything's held together pretty well. They do have this weird little magnetic flap again for the bottle, which is kind of odd. I don't know why they really like this flap, but they seem to enjoy it. The bottle, the second bottle that comes with it, comes with a little cap on it now, which is really nice because you could fill it up, pop the cap on it, and carry a bottle filled around with you and just quick swap them out. I don't know, I'd never even thought about it on the first one, but it's a great feature to have because that little cap, again, just being able to carry around a pre-filled bottle ready to go and pop it in is really nice. The coils that come with it have actually been pretty impressive. I'm still running stock setup in the first deck. It comes with that second set of Clapton coils, but I mean, I've been running this thing at around 125 watts and it's been keeping up. Which was really impressive to me for a set of pre-built Clapton coils. Usually they're pretty garbage, in all honesty. The battery door is going to turn some people off. People just don't like this flip-down style door. I haven't had any problem with it. The hinge is actually spring-loaded, so it pushes itself open. Just pop it in place. It's held. I haven't had any issues with it. It does, depending on the battery, it will wobble a little bit. Just because that battery door will stick out, it will protrude slightly when it's closed with the batteries in it. Otherwise, everything seems to be working really well. It's vaping great. The squonking is, it feels smoother. The juice seems to flow up a lot easier, so it doesn't take as hard of a squeeze on the bottle as it did on the original. The original obviously being the Dripbox, the unregulated version, single battery. This one is a dual battery, 160 watt version, and fully regulated. Lots of neat little features, locking the buttons, temp control, which is nice for a lot of people. If you want to build temp control coils in your dripper, you can. Otherwise, definitely check them out. Definitely look them up. There's price ranges are everywhere, so I'm not even going to give you a price on these. I've seen them in shops for 75, 85 bucks. I've seen them online for considerably less. So look around, do your shopping. I don't like to give prices out because they change so much, but they definitely are cheaper online. So definitely give that a look before you commit to buying one way or the other. All in all, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Like, subscribe, it helps me out. If you have any questions, comments, anything I didn't address, like the wicking's the same way as on the original. You just make sure the cotton gets down to the outer ring. Build-wise, there's a huge difference. You can put bigger wire in here, you can fit Claptons in here without an issue. I could not fit my fused 2632 Claptons in there. The holes were just a bit too small, but velocity style decks, there's usually enough metal I could drill it out just a hair and get them in there. So with that in mind, guys, I hope to see you again soon. Till next time, suck, blow, and keep on vaping.